What's up guys, welcome back to a new video. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be looking at the Razer PBT double shot keycaps upgrade kit. Now I mentioned in my V3 Black Widow review last week that the keys that were double shot ABS plastic were a lot nicer than what we would generally see on the older Razer keyboards. Generally speaking, the keys would really gather grease quite quickly. They're a little bit slippery, just not the nicest premium feeling keycaps. Now, if you wanted to take it one step further than the double shot ABS, I did mention that they do have the Pbt Keycaps that you can upgrade to, which is what we got here. So in this one, I'm going to take the standard Black Widow, which is here, and I'm going to upgrade it to the Pbt Keycaps, so you can see what the keys look like, how they differentiate, and we'll also do a little bit of a sound sample as well, so you can hear what it is like before and after. So let's take a look at the little box and then we'll actually get into it. So in this set, we have got 120 keys. If we go onto the side here. So you've got 120 Pbt keycaps. You've got mechanical keyboard stabilizers as well, and optical keyboard stabilizers, a puller, your information sheet. Now these are a double shot molded with ultra thin font, the thinnest font ever apparently, Razer say, on a Pbt keycap. Fits most mechanical and optical keyboards, so don't worry if you're not using a Razer keyboard, you can use it on a third-party keyboard or another manufacturer's. And you can see a nice diagram on the back here to show the nice quality and durability that the Pbt keycaps offer over the standard keys. So instead of just going for the ABS keyboard, the V3 that we looked at last week, I've gone for just the Black Widow because it's, as far as I can tell, just a standard keycap, which I believe will just be ABS. I can't see anywhere on here that it says that it's a special kind of keycap. So by default, ABS is, the standard. So let's get into this. So let's open these up. They're nicely segmented. So we've got a lot of things included here. So here's all our stabilizers. So you've got ones for your space bars, your enters, and any ones that need a little bit extra rather than just a single keycap. Some extra kind of stem tops, I'm guessing. And then we have the information, and then our different keycaps tops. So there's everything in one flat pack. It's kind of like an IKEA keyboard. So what we're going to do, I think, is probably change this set here, because I'm not going to be reviewing this set per se. It's more of a look at the actual keycaps and then giving you a sound sample rather than swapping out the whole of the keyboard and then reviewing them entirely. So I think we'll do that, because then I can give you a sound sample on these ones, and then I can also keep the other half, the original sound, so we can compare how the sound changes when we use a double shot. So I think that's what we should do. So put this to the side, get the keyboard out, and then I'm going to time-lapse myself swapping these all over. So this will be fun. So before we start, I just want to show you this part, which is actually the US and the UK layout that come in the same box. So if we take the spacebar from the US one and the spacebar from the UK one, you'll see they're very slightly different lengths, which will obviously screw you up if you were to try and install them on a different region keyboard. So I've got a UK layout. So if I was to take the US layout, which is slightly longer, it won't fit. See, there's no wiggle room at all. Well, obviously I need the UK one, which is the one that will fit. So something to bear in mind. Also, the enter key is different, as you would expect. There's a big difference in that one. It usually sits about there, I think. obviously going to need to pick the right set. So for me, I need to put this side aside with the longer space bar, which is that one, and that enter way out of the way so I don't get confused. So I've taken off the keycap for the space bar, but I just wanted to show you this part. So these are the mechanical switch little parts, and then the other ones included, which are the kind of longest stems like this, are for the optical switches, so just something to bear in mind. So I'm going to have to put two of the little extension parts on there with the bit where the RGB shines through with the longer side, so that's going to be that way around. Okay, so put one side on. Just have to push it a little bit just to find the hole. There we go. So the switch, so the spring that's in the switch helps keep the space bar up, and then the bar clips in underneath, which kind of uses the pressure as a down, kind of like, so it would be upwards. So the pressure of the spring pushing down helps the other sides push up. So that's how you get that. Now I don't know if you can see just from that, but if I get this to catch the light, you can immediately see the difference with the PBT over the original. There's hardly any shine to it at all. Unlike the other ones, and the sound is drastic as well. Much more mellow, which is quite nice. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to do, I think, probably this half, and then you can compare them. Okay, so for the right hand shift on the UK layout, I actually got that out of the side that's got the US enter, so they're not, everything's not in one pack, so something to remember. We've also got like the @ and stuff, which is a UK. So yeah, some of the parts are in other bags, so they're not all in the same bit. So I wanted to point this out, just if you can see on the @ symbol there is one of the main downsides to the original keys, which is the grease build-up. I've literally just been swapping keys out and you can already see it on there, whereas the double shot is so much more resilient to that. That's just one of the main benefits of having the PBT. It's so much nicer. So when it comes to doing the enter, we've got the bar that goes upwards rather than flat. So pretty much the same thing, but you're just going to have to change the direction that the little adapters go on. So there we have the half of a keyboard. I didn't do the top buttons because we don't really need those, but you can definitely see the texture difference going between the original keys and the PBT. They feel so much nicer as well, with the nice texture on the top, whereas these ones are quite slippery. It would certainly feel a lot more, like you'd have a lot more grip, if that makes sense, when you're playing your games. There's quite a lot of movement, whereas if you use these, like, you find there's a lot more friction to help you keep your fingers on the keys. In terms of the sound, let's do a little sound test. So let's go for the originals first. Now the double shot. Definitely does affect the tone of the sound. Personally, I do like the double shot sound better. So what have I learned from doing just half the keyboard? First of all, take your time with it. Don't rush it. What I would highly recommend is you plan the layout with the replacement caps above your keyboard with the current caps on it still, so you know exactly what ones you want, and you can literally go, that's that one, replace it with the double shot. So you can take one out, you know, use your puller, take one out, grab the keycap to put it in, then put the original one back where it was. So then if you've got some kind of light source that shines onto it, maybe use a torch or something, you can see exactly which ones are the originals and which are the double shot. Either that, or just take it out of there completely, but definitely have the whole set lined out above to make your life a lot easier. At the start I mentioned that some of the parts you need for the UK layout are in the section with the US bag, so that can be a little bit confusing. Like for example, the shift and the backspace in with the American layout enter keys. So you will need some parts from that bag, even though you might think that's the US set. So again, something to consider. It will make a little bit of a mess, as you can see on the right hand side here. I've got all of the bars and things that you can change out, and just all the keys that I took off. There's a few parts that I didn't change here as well. So like the other side of the Alt and Control, the Windows key, it's split out a little bit weird. So you've got kind of all the outside keys in one bag, and then you've got like one row or two rows in one bag and then the other row in another bag. So you can't just, for example, just change out certain ones. You can also get these in 4 different colors. I think there's white, pink, green and black. So if you wanted to say maybe get a set of green and just change a certain amount, you'll probably find you'll have to open multiple bags rather than keeping some together. So yeah, overall though, they are a really nice upgrade. They feel so much better, and I do like the sound that you get from them. Such a thicker, more dense keycap. We can actually do a little close-up actually. Let's take an original and then a Pbt double shot. Don't know how well it's going to pick up, but it's certainly thicker to look at in person. Don't know if the camera was going to make any sense of this at all, but yeah, certainly thicker. Just feels so much more premium than the standard caps, and there's just no sheen on it, which is really nice. So yeah, very nice indeed. So that is the Razer PBT Keycap upgrade set. I will put the link for those in the description box if you want to pick up a set for your keyboard. Don't forget you can use them on any standard layouts, any 104, 105 keys. Obviously a TKL if you want as well. You just have some left over that you won't use. So plenty of options, and it's nice that they don't just fit the Razer keyboards. You can actually use them on third-party ones as well. So all in all, very nice. So thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe and ding the mouse so you don't miss a video. I will put links for this, as I said, down in the description. Add a comment as well if there's something you want to know about these that I haven't answered, and I'll get back to you. Check out my social media. Thanks Razer for sending this set out for me to look at. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.